but the point is they can get away so fast. So you keep track of them. Of course you try to, but don't turn around for 2 seconds to help another kid because they can be gone. And of course you're like, hold my hand and all that stuff, but give them a break. There's sometimes where I'm not like, hold my hand while I tie the other kid's shoe. I mean, I may not do that. So, but does that make me a bad parent? And my kid should be, subject to hurt by a gorilla because I didn't ask my son to hold my belt buckle while I bent down to tie somebody else's shoe. Like, that's bold. So you said people are so insensitive. Yeah, like the mom, I'm sure feels horrible. Like, I could not imagine. I mean, I felt like a bad mom when my son just ran into the little water slide. Like, how could I lose track of him? So imagine how that mom felt. Like, I'm sure she didn't do it on purpose. Who would do that? So, give him a break and stop saying what you would do when, if you were in a situation, because you don't know. You say that and you're like, oh, I would do this, and I know I wouldn't, but you don't know. You don't know if you would make a mistake being exhausted. Your son's in the backseat sleep. You run in the house and you're like, whew, thinking you put the kid down or anything. I mean, life happens to people and people don't do stuff on purpose. So stop being so judgmental and insensitive when you don't know what you would do. You just don't know. And as parents, most parents, I mean, the parents that I know, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but, they do the best that they can. And most of the time they do, the best that they can with what they've learned or how they were parented. And, so it's just bold for people to be just so rude to these people. Just stop. I mean, pray for the little boy, pray for the mom. I mean, the mom, I'm sure if she doesn't go to counseling or she's gonna need some counseling. I mean, like intensive trauma-based therapy. Like, she just don't need no, oh, I'm gonna go to my church, Christian counselor. Not that they're not good, but just some old regular, just a clinical counselor that doesn't specialize in trauma, because she'll need that. So just give her a break. And if y'all think y'all such good parents, just pray for her and the kid. Just pray, like, or keep your mouth closed. Like, don't be so mean. I mean, that's just bold. It's just bold, and it outrages me because you said nobody listens to light skinned people. Shut up, Ed. You're so stupid. But and then I think somebody was saying, the family was black. So it's like, okay, black, white, I don't care. Like, I don't care what color they are. If it's a kid in here and it's either the kid or an adult, or hey Juan, hey Jessica, hey Keisha, no matter if it's a kid, adult, teenager, whatever, kill that mug or get my kid out. Like, I don't care how you do it. If you think you can pull them out while the gorilla is alive, I don't really care. I don't care about that gorilla. I need you to get my baby. So just, be mindful that you really don't know what you would do in situations. You don't know if your kid is able to, hey, Asia, you don't know if your kid is going to be able to get away. Because that happens a lot. I mean, I have friends who are excellent parents whose kid got away from them, at an amusement park, or, they ran over to some other ride they wanted to and was on the gate just looking. Stuff happens all the time. That didn't end up in a traumatic event or, some type of serious injury, but it was still a mistake. And somebody could have took the kid just as easily as, they ran over there. Anything could have happened. I mean, it didn't happen, but that doesn't mean that the potential of it happening wasn't there. So just give people a break. Okay, just please get them a break. Some moms are doing the best that they can. Exactly, people expect parents to be Superman. Like, we do the best that we can. I have 3 kids now, and that's tough. Like, trying to be out with the water park, making sure the baby's okay. My husband got the baby, I got the 2 other kids. I got my friend with the other baby. So, and and it's 3 of us. It's 3 adults, and my son still was managed to get away. So we all got a kid. Like, okay, well, what's going on? So if he was able to get away, and he didn't hurt himself or anything, but if he was able to do that in a few seconds, kids can do anything. And that doesn't make me a bad parent, because I turned around to help my daughter get out the pool for 2 seconds, and my son, is on the sky like, hey, I'm on a water slide. Anything could happen. So I know I keep saying that, but because I'm just outraged. I just cannot believe how insensitive people are being about this lady and this son. So just be sensitive, guys. People, parents are doing the best that they can most of the time, or some of the time. Some parents are, but it doesn't, just because she's not neglectful because her son fell down there, she shouldn't get her son taken away from her. CPS shouldn't have to be involved and all that stuff. It's unnecessary. Give them a break. Give them a break. And just pray for them. I mean, if you're a believer, just pray for her, because she is going to be beating herself up for a long time. Like, it's stuff like that can lead to suicide. And I agree, Juan, kids should hold hands. But I mean, I don't always hold hands with, I have a newborn now, so I'm pushing a stroller. So I'm telling the kids, put your hand on the stroller. But what if they let go? They can let go. I mean, they can let go in 2 seconds, because I can be bending down to get some out the diaper bag and the kid can run. It's easy. I mean, because I've experienced it, I know, hey, Nichelle, I know how easy it can be. So, but it's easy for people to say, you should have did this, you should have did that, or maybe you should have had, whatever, like, oh yeah, Luana, sometimes it just doesn't work. And you can have all the precautions. I mean, I know what my kids are wearing. I got pictures, I'm like, hold on to this, don't move, don't do this. But that every situation is not perfect. In a perfect world, of course, I'll be holding hands with my kids. We'll be singing Kumbaya as we're crossing the street, looking both ways, singing an ABC song. We would be doing all that stuff. But in real life, sometimes that doesn't work. One kid crying, the other kid mad because he couldn't get candy. Anything could happen, and they can let go of the stroller in 2 seconds and run. Just like when I was at the pool, I turned around. It wasn't even 5 seconds to help my daughter climb up 2 stairs, and he was in the water slide. How did he get over there so fast? He teleported. So that's the thing. Kids move at the speed of light. My son teleported to that water slide because he's like, oh, no. Y'all take it too long. I'm in this water slide. So give people a break. I mean, so people could look at me like, oh my gosh, as a bad parent, how could she not know her son was on a water slide? Well, I could be a bad parent, I guess, because I didn't know. And I was freaking out like, where is he? And it only took, a minute, probably less than 30 seconds for us to find him. But still, it happened to me, and it was 3 adults. So imagine if the mom was single, maybe she was at the zoo by herself, or maybe she just had 2 kids. Who knows the story? It doesn't matter. It happened, and she shouldn't be crucified or because of a mistake that she made that could have ended up being traumatic. That's bold for people to be so mean when she just made a mistake. She just made a mistake. And who knows, the little boy could have a tendency for running off, maybe, you just never know. It can be a million things, but just not being so mean to people, guys. Like, have some compassion and understand that parents make mistakes. What if she did look down too long? What if she just made a mistake? That happens. Parents can be tired. So what if she was tired and she looked down too long, or maybe she was, taking pictures. We all taking pictures. Everywhere we go, we taking pictures. She could have been cleaning her glasses, tying her shoe. Anything could have happened that could have resulted in that. So what I'm simply saying over this last 20 minutes, I meant to go 5, is give people a break. Parents, most times, are doing the best that they can. According to a witness, it was 2 adults and 5 children. The mom was putting 2 of the youngest in the stroller. See? Like, really? That makes it even worse. Like, so there was 2 adults, 5 kids, and she was putting 2 of them in a stroller. So, I mean, like, that's just bold. They got 5 kids and 2 adults, so I'm sure, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she walked over there and let him fall in. The little boy still should be, his life should be valued more than the gorilla. But just give him a break. Just give the people a break. It was a mistake. It was a mistake, and you will make mistakes, and you will make them stuff. Now, your stuff might not be public, so you can walk around and pretend like you're perfect, but you're not, and you will make mistakes. Hopefully none of them make the news. You got a point, I see, but I don't know. I would have been down there. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Like, I would have jumped in there too. What you said, but I disagree when you say you don't know what you would do. I don't know what their mother would do, but their father would have risked his life, period. Oh, okay. Now, I can't speak on all of that. I'm just saying that people are like, this mom was horrible and neglectful. I do think that I possibly would have jumped down there. That was my first thought. But my second thought was, oh my gosh, what about my other 2 children? Like, it's such a hard thing to judge and say you would do this, you would do that. Now, I do understand you being like, look, I'm risking my life for my kid. Okay. And I'm not saying that I would not have done that or my husband would not have done that. I'm just saying that we don't know. We don't know what we would do. And there's been times where my kids have like, kind of slipped away and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are they? And they were safe, but you just never know what you would do. You never think that it can be you or your child. And it happens to all of us. I mean, stuff happens to all of us that we don't, that would never happen to me. That would never happen. And it can happen. So, just give people a break and not be so judgmental about what you would have done. And even if you think they could have done something differently, maybe the mom or dad jumped down there, that's fine. But, to be saying that the gorilla should have been tranquilized and all these other alternatives, when none of us are animal experts, we don't know what would have happened if they would have tranquilized the animal. Maybe he would have got agitated. He could have fell over on the boy. Like, anything could have happened. The point is the baby is safe and the gorilla's dead. Like, sad, that's bold, the gorilla died, right? Boo-hoo. And it's not like I'm some animal hater. I mean, I would have preferred for the gorilla to be able to stay alive if possible, but if I had to choose, I'm definitely choosing the kid. And no matter what happened, if the mom, was neglectful or whatever, it was a parental mistake. We make them all the time. None of us are perfect, so stop trying to act like you're perfect and get a mom some grace. I mean, pray for the woman and send good vibes or whatever. People don't pray, just think positively about her or whatever you want to do, but don't judge her like what you would do and everything, and you don't make mistakes. We might not see your mistakes. We didn't see your child fall down the stairs because you was on the phone or you were washing dishes or cooking. We don't see that. We don't see how your kid's hand got slammed in the door or maybe slipped out the window because they poked a hole in the screen or overflowed the bathroom. Like, we don't see those mistakes. But you would look at those differently, right? But they're still mistakes. They're just mistakes. So get off their back. And just pray for them and, just be mindful. Kids can move quickly. So, maybe be more alert or whatever, but it should bring more awareness. It shouldn't make you feel like, you should, be like, well, I cannot believe that mom, how dare she ain't no good mom. But it's like, well, you don't know that. You don't know. So, that's it. I gotta go back to work because I was only supposed to be on her for 5 minutes. But yeah, people, just pray for the lady and the kid, because that's traumatizing. Forget the mom. That's traumatizing for a little boy. I mean, he's 3. He is, yeah, it is opinions at the end of the day, Mark. Exactly. And Melissa, yeah, the zoo, I'm sure the zoo won't do that. They won't be having that. So everybody has a part to play. And like you said, Mark, it is opinions, but stop being so rude. Like, that's bold. Y'all ain't perfect. All right, that's it, y'all. Peace. Thanks for joining.